Good day, everyone. I'm Anurag Srivastava, with over 21 years of experience across data analytics and AI. I've worked at intersection of data analytics and AI, helping organization move beyond dashboard and embrace intelligence and automated decision making. I've seen the BI to AI shift, which unlock massive efficiency and innovation. So in today's session, we'll explore how organization can move from traditional BI to AI-powered insight using the data they already have without starting everything from scratch. So let's move on to the agenda slide. So in today's session, I'll walk you through a few important topics that will shape our understanding of this transformation. First, the shift from business intelligence to artificial intelligence. Then, why AI is becoming so important for business today, and then a simple view of enterprise AI architecture. I'll be explaining some real world AI use cases you can relate to, the common challenges companies faces in adopting AI, and finally a practical roadmap for moving towards AI augmented future. So with that, let me move to the next slide, where I'll be talking about the big shift BI to AI. So before we begin, let me share a short story to set the context. So two car drivers, Raj and Monica, start a journey on the same morning, both traveling by car, same road, same weather, but the way they drive couldn't be more different. So Raj is focused on rear view mirror. He's constantly checking what already passed, the pothole he hit, the turn he missed, the car that overtook him. So he informed, but always a few seconds late. Now Monica, she is looking through the windshield where the future is unfolding. An intelligent system embedded in her car predicts upcoming situation and alerts her ahead of time. So transforming her driving from reactive to predictive. What it's predicting? Heavy traffic 2 kilometers ahead. So rerouting needs to be done. Low fuel in 12 kilometers, 13 kilometers or 15 kilometers. Stop the next gas station and fill the tank. And road gets slippery in 500 meters division ahead. So just slow down your car. So Monica isn't reacting. She's anticipating. She's optimizing her journey while Raj is analyzing his past. So now here the twist: Raj mirror isn't broken. Monica's windshield isn't magical. They simply drive with a two different mindset. So Raj represented BI, clear, structured, backward looking. Monica represented AI, predictive, proactive, always guiding next best action. So both have the same road, the same data, but only turn it into advantage. So and that is exactly the shift we are about to explore today, from reports to prediction, from looking back to looking ahead, from BI to AI. So, as we have already discussed about the now with that car related example, so BI and AI are not just a tool; they are like your car mirrors for business. BI is the rear view mirror, recapping what vanished behind you, while AI is windshield, revealing the road ahead, steer your wins. So let's understand BI versus AI, the shift from descriptive analytics to intelligent decision making. So let's take an example of sales where your sales team look at a Power BI report, a dashboard showing a 15% revenue dip last quarter. So what BI tells what had happened and why it had happened. Solid but static like a rear view mirror. It only reflects what already behind you. It will show historical charts, past trends, and yesterday numbers frozen in time. For example, revenue dropped 15% in quarter three. Reason was declined by 22%. Product category B sales dropped. Customer order reduced. We know all this, but there is a limitation. PI does not automatically tells you the reason and it does not suggest what to do next. Now AI, it scans the same data, detect the patterns, predicts the risk, and recommends the actions. So in case of above sales scenario, it predicts a 20% customer churn risk next month from competitor pricing, and then prescribe cut the prices by 5% on top segment, or launch the loyalty emails now. That's a shift from autopsy to autopilot. So it's from reporting to predicting, predicting to recommending, and recommending to acting. The shift is the shift to AI is real, but dashboard haven't learned how to decide. So let's do some reality check. Are dashboard enough? With that, moving to the next slide, the reality check is, our dashboard enough? Okay, so there's a slide. I hope everyone is able to see this. So dashboard feels like superheroes today, but they are showing cracks under the weight of modern business. Let's expose why they are no longer enough to win. Most organizations today have invested heavily in data, hundreds of dashboard built on top of multiple data sources, tools, and systems. Now we are adding AI and Copilot on top of that. The issue is dashboard explains what happened yesterday. Leaders still need help deciding what to do today. So leaders are overloaded with the matrix. Analysts are pulled into the constant explanation. They're pulling the data from all these different sources and do the analysis. And insight sits in the reports instead of driving action. So even with the BI, decisions are slow, reactive, and dependent on the people, not intelligence. So here, where the BI starts falling short, dashboard creates overload. Insight depends on the analyst, and decision cycles are too slow. So BI is backward looking. It's rarely predicts what's coming or prescribed what to do. And even when insight exists, they are disconnected from the action. So execution still happens through the manual follow-ups. So what's missing is the layer that turns signals into decision and decision into action. So if we'll continue with the BI way and run the business, then creates three real challenges. So we'll still, dependent on the analysts to explore the data and come out with the insight. And then second one is, if he will be taking to do the analysis, then definitely delays will be there, delays in decision, and inside bottleneck where value gets stuck. So let's take a step back and understand the BI versus AI. So for years, BI has helped us answer one key question: what happened? For example, revenue dropped, a region declined, a product underperformed. That visibility mattered, but it came after the fact. So what AI changes the game? AI isn't about producing more reports or more dashboards. It's about increasing the decision velocity, how fast the business can sense, decide, and respond. So, and this is where modern platform comes in. Solution like, Microsoft Fabric, Copilot, Databricks, Snowflake, BigQuery, and cloud AI services create a practical foundation. So not just for analytics, but scaling decision intelligence in production. In simple terms, BI tells you what went wrong. AI helps you act it before it does. So this is where the maturity curve comes in, moving organization from basic reporting to insight, and finally to intelligence. So that drives decision and a AI first operating model. With that, moving to the next slide, the BI maturity curve, where we'll be talking about reporting and then insight, and from insight to intelligence. So there's the slide. Here, if you see, you can see an image at the bottom left of the slide. Imagine, uh, imagine climbing a ladder where most businesses stay on the bottom step, struggling to understand what's happening. Well, few climb to the top and see what's coming next. So this maturity curve reflects a global pattern we see across the industries. And today, the global BI and analytics market is already over 35 billion and growing steadily. But here, the irony, nearly 70 to 80% of enterprises are still operating at the first two levels, reporting and basic insight. So most analytics effort still goes into answering what happened and why, not what to do next. The real shift begins at prediction and intelligence level. So organizations that reach this stage use AI and machine learning to forecast outcomes, detect risk early, and most importantly, recommend actions. This matter because studies shows companies with advanced analytics maturity make decision 2.5 times faster and generate significantly higher ROI from analytics investment. So the gap is widening fast. And let me explain this using a simple example. It's from Amazon. A specific pattern identified during Q4 in 2023, and because of AI, they got a red flag and fixed it by taking automated action. Sales for popular Bluetooth headphone look normal for Amazon. The BI dashboard is green, revenue, orders, conversion, everything appears fine. But underneath, customer behavior has started to change. More people are opening the product page, time spent reading reviews is rising, price comparisons are increasing. Yet slightly fewer are slightly fewer are clicking on the buy option. So a BI report usually wouldn't flag this because BI is designed to confirm what already happened based on lagging KPIs. So by the time an analyst detect the pattern, build a report and explain the reason, the weekend is already gone, and the customer has often purchased from the competitors. They will not come back and will buy the same product from Amazon. So now here where the Amazon approach is different. So at that time they have built the AML solution, and Amazon uses machine learning to predict the demand at massive scale. So it can act before sales start falling. When it notices hesitation, people browsing and comparing, but fewer are clicking on the buy option, it treats that as an early warning that conversion may drop soon. Instead of waiting for the reports, it reacts quickly with a small price adjustment based on the signals like demand, competition, and inventory. So it also increases the visibility for the customer most likely to buy and move stock closer to where demand is rising. So what result Amazon has got due to this? So the dashboard still look healthy, not because of nothing was wrong, but because the issue was fixed before it became visible in BI. That's the intelligence in action. What ROI Amazon has got? So imagine this headphone category generates $500,000 week in revenue. If the hesitation pattern typically causes even 5 to 10% conversion drop over the weekend, that's around 25 to $50,000 revenue at risk in 2 days. So if an AI intervention are intervene into this, prevent even half of the that drop. So you'll protect around $25,000 dollar per weekend per category. So now scale that logic across thousands of SKUs, not for only one product. So this is why dynamic pricing and AI driven decision automation is associated with meaningful financial impact. So bottom line is Amazon didn't become the faster by hiring smarter analysts. Amazon became faster by removing humans from repetitive, time-sensitive decisions, and most importantly, reserving humans for strategy, governance, and exception handling. So that's the maturity curve. Reporting tells you what you missed. Insight explains you what you missed. Intelligence make sure you don't miss it again. So that's the maturity curve, moving from knowing what happened to understanding why, to letting intelligence make sure it doesn't happen again. Now the real question is what actually changes inside an organization when AI enters this picture. So with that, moving to the next slide and understanding what changes when AI enters the picture. Hope you all are able to see this screen. Uh, let's do something interesting. Let's take a simple example and look at how things work in an old BI world. Because what I'm about to show you next will completely change the way you think about analytics. Uh, 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 Take a close look at old way, because this is exactly how most organizations still operate today. I want you to meet Ria. She is a data analyst, smart, experienced, hardworking, and every single Monday morning she spends opens six dashboard, run four reports, spend 3 hours just trying to answer one question: what happened last week and why? Does that sound familiar? I guess answer will be yes, because uh, all of us, already have all this old way of the BI. Traditional BI was built for the different era. You open the dashboard, you search, you call the analyst, you wait for the meeting, you finally get the answer. And then, and by then, the movement has passed. The problem was never the data, it was the distance between the data and decision. So, so now let's see when AI walked into the room, how it will change the scenario. And everything, what Ria did manually, AI started doing automatically even before she had her morning coffee. So Ria's Monday now just, now 8 minutes past, three anomalies already surface. The Thursday dip already explained. She didn't get smarter. She got a smarter co-pilot. Let me show you exactly what changed with a four shift. So first shift, proactive alerts and summaries, where Ria opens her laptop and see she got sales in West dropped 8% yesterday, top product impacted. And second shift, real-time anomaly spotting. So AI already detected the issue, competitor discount detected in the same region. So, correction can be done and we can offer the same thing, and we can see our customer. Third shift, ask anything, get instant answer. Ria simply asks which customer are at risk and get the list of the customer list instantly. And fourth shift, contextual insight, where Ria is just entering the question and she's getting the answer. For example, AI recommends offer a 5% loyalty discount on to top 200 customer to protect 3 million revenues, 4 million revenues. So Ria hasn't opened a single dashboard yet. Before the first meeting of the day, Ria already knows what action to take. Now let me share a real story, not theory, not hype, real industry transformation that shows what truly changes when AI enters decision making. How Walmart moved it's from Walmart, and how Walmart moved from dashboard to decision, and why it has changed the game. Walmart is the largest retailer on the planet. Millions of SKUs, thousands of store, real-time demands changes. Because before AI entered the picture, their world looked very familiar and very similar, like us. So thousands of analysts and planners were there, weekly and monthly dashboards being prepared, manual demands forecast being done, endless meeting explaining what happened last week and why. Even with a word class BI, decisions are still slow, human dependent, and reactive. By the time insight reached to the business, the moment had already passed. And at Walmart scale, you can think even a 1% forecasting error means million of dollars lost. So Walmart made a pivotal shift. Instead of asking how do we build better dashboard, they asked how do we make better decisions faster than anyone else. They introduced AI-driven decision intelligence into their supply chain by they use machine learning models. Also ingested the data from the POS. They also collected the weather data and then local events as well, and then also seasonability data. They process all that and do the machine learning model, create the machine learning model on top of that. Demand forecasts are continuously updated. Systems don't just show insight; they recommend or trigger action. Human step in only when anomalies matter. That's this was the big shift. And from human looking for insight to insight finding humans, the result. This is where it gets serious. Now here where the room usually goes quiet, because the results were not marginal. After moving from the traditional BI to AI-driven decisioning, Walmart got stock out dropped by 30%, access inventory reduced by 20 to 25%, and capital locked in inventory was freed at massive scale. Decision that once took weeks were compressed into near real-time loops. So this isn't automation. This is decision speed becoming a profit lever. So why this created a competitive edge for Walmart? Because Walmart competitors has a dashboard too. They uh, see same sales data. They track the same metrics. So why did Walmart win? Because in a world where everyone has the same data, the advantage shift to whoever can act first. While others were reviewing dashboard, asking analysts for explanation, waiting for approvals, Walmart was already rebalancing inventory, preventing stock out before customer felt them, responding to demand signal in real time. This is the silent truth of modern competition. AI doesn't replace BI; it replaces the delay. Bridge back to the BI to AI, and this maps perfectly what we are seeing in the slide. Traditional uh, uh, BI where people open the dashboard, run the reports, ask what happened, analyst heavy, where those people will be involved slow, and it is taking decision very slow. And AI driven decision intelligence where the people will get zero manual dashboards, proactive alerts and summaries, ask what should we do next, action at machine speed, human focus on judgment, not data chasing. Same data, completely different outcomes. So Walmart didn't win because they had more data than anyone else. They won because they stopped treating insight as a report and started treating them as action. So the bigger picture here, what I really want you to hear is this isn't about the dashboard, it's about who makes the right call fastest. Every competitor has the same data as you. The age goes to whoever act on it first. So the question isn't whether AI will change how your business runs. The question is, will you be the one driving it, or will you be reacting to someone who already did? So with that, I'm moving to the next slide. The power of your existing data, the hidden gold mine. So this slide, the data isn't a problem. We have mountain of it when every organization have all this data. The problem is none of it talks to each other, none of it thinks. So right now every company is sitting on the gold mine of data, and then the interesting part is most organizations don't even realize how valuable it is. Every system you already use is generating the data. It's been piling up for years. Look at these layers. This is your no uh, hidden gold mine. ERP data, CRM data, HR system data. This is where the organization keep all information about the people, employee records, performance data, team structure, and reporting. And ERP data, this is where your finance and supply chain transaction related data is there. CRM data, your sales pipeline, customer interaction, and buying behavior data is there. And then operational database, Power BI dashboard. And on top of that, we build already built a data warehouse, data lake, and semantic model, the foundation, years of a structured history ready to unlock. So your gold mine is right there. The question is, are you ready to mine it? The real challenge is not collecting data anymore. The real challenge is unlocking its intelligence. So let me move to the next slide. Yeah. So uh, if you see here, so what happens when AI enters the same 5 layers? So in BI way, here's what happens to all that gold. With traditional BI, even with all this data, the flow breaks down at the exact moment it matters most. Whenever it is most required, it will not give you any picture, and you will not get the way that what do next, what next action. So Ria's, take the same example of the Ria's. So Ria's Thursday sale is sales in the West region dropped by 20 to 23%. let's take an example. The data was sitting in the CRM, and the ERP had the inventory signal. Power BI had the report, but no one connected them until they are not talking each other. Until Friday meeting, the decision came 36 hours too late. So now, watch what happens when AI enters those same 5 layers, same data, completely different outcome. So all 6 layers will be connected: ERP, CRM, HR, Ops, BI, data warehouse, unified one place, nothing siloed. So all will be connected. And then on top of that, we'll have a semantic layer. AI learns your business. So suppose revenue means same thing in ERP as in CRM. Customer is unified. It will not be no different. So AI understood the context, just not the columns. And above that, AI Copilot, where Ria can enter the question and she can get the answer. So suppose she'll enter for the same reason. Why did West region sales drop Thursday? So AI will scan the same 6 layers simultaneously, and it will provide the recommendation, as well as it will provide the next action as well. And if we have built the agents on top of those recommendations, it will trigger those actions as well. So on top of AI Copilot, we'll have a recommendation I have just mentioned. So suppose it will give you some inventory SKU ABC ran out Wednesday evening, and 3 high value accounts were affected due to this. So Ria needs to connect with all these 3 accounts. So what what now Ria will be doing? So Ria acts on Thursday only, not she will be waiting for the Friday. So she calls the 3 accounts. She will be calling the 3 accounts and recovers whatever revenue will be on risk. So she'll be calling and she will be taking the action. So action was faster. She'll not be waiting until Friday. Maybe until Monday. So she'll be taking the action. So what has changed now? The change is the problem is not lack of data. RIA has 6 data sources, years of history, petabytes of signals. The data was never missing. It was never activated. This is the one and for most reason where we are lacking with the uh, intelligence system. And what had happened? The problem is lack of intelligence on top of data. The gold mine was always there. AI is playing as a role of excavator, and the excavator is finally ready today for companies like yours and like Ria's. So you don't need more data. You need your data to start thinking. Now think Ria's organizational data is AI driven, then situation will be completely altered. Same Thursday morning, same dashboard, but now AI is watching before Ria finishes her first coffee. AI Copilot has already connected all 6 layers and surfaced this. Ria didn't work harder in a word. She just had intelligence, not just information. It will take all the action, automatically. So what just saw as a outcome? Now let's look at the engine behind this, the enterprise AI architecture. With this, I'll be moving to the next slide. Everyone will be able to see. So before I go ahead with the architecture, let me tell you what most companies get wrong. They think AI means ripping everything out and starting fresh. New system, new budget, new team, new pain. That's not what this is. Not even close. Before I walk you through this architecture, I want to address the number one concern I hear in almost every boardroom. Leaders often say we can't implement AI. Our data is a mess. Systems are scattered everywhere. To make this work, we would have to rebuild our entire data platform. That would take 2 years and cost crores of rupees. These are the general statement we are getting oftenly, very often. So I hear this concern in almost every organization I speak with. But here's the reality. you don't need to rebuild everything. You don't need to replace your ERP, your CRM, or the data warehouse you already invested in. Those systems are already generating valuable data every single day. What most organizations actually need is not a rebuild, but an additional intelligence layer on top of what already exists. Think of it like this. Your current system are excellent at storing data and generating reports. What they lack is the ability to understand the data, connect insight across the system, and recommend action automatically. And that is exactly where the AI layer comes in. Instead of replacing your existing architecture, this layer sits on top of your current data ecosystem, connects the information across the system, understand the business context, and turns your raw data into the decision and action. So rather than spending years rebuilding everything, you can unlock AI capability by simply adding one intelligent layer. So let me explain the architecture now layer by layer. So layer one, data sources, you are able to see this right here. So look at this list: ERP, CRM, HRM system, operational database, external data. This layer already exists. You paid for it years ago. We are not touching it. We are not changing it. We are building on top of it. And then layer two, the engine room, the data platform, your data lake, your ETL pipelines, your data warehouse, whether it's Azure Synapse, Snowflake, AWS Redshift, doesn't matter. This layer takes all that raw data from layer one and makes it clean, structured, and queryable. So your company has this already exists, already working, still not touching it. We are not going to touch it. And then layer three, this one of the most people don't know. They already have the semantic layer. This is where your data gets meaning. Revenue being a column in a database and becomes a business concept. Customer in your CRM and customer in your ERP, they get unified here. Your KPI, your metrics, your business rules, all defined once here in this semantic layer. If you are using Power BI, you have this. If you have a data warehouse with a business logic, you have this. And here's the line I want you to remember: AI does not replace your BI stack, it sits directly on top of this layer. Everything you have built, AI inherits instantly. And now, the one thing, just one layer four, I will be talking about the layer four, the AI intelligence layer. So, five capabilities, none of which exist in traditional BI. This layer introduces five powerful capabilities that simply does not exist in traditional BI. So first one, natural language interface. So take an example of Ria. Ria doesn't write SQL. She simply asks, why did West sales drop? Everybody now familiar with this. This all these are considered as a prompt. So and the AI answers in plain English. No analysis, no dashboard, hunting this answers. And second, machine learning. The system learns from your history. It understands your business pattern and it start predicting what's coming before it happens. And third one is pattern detection. So millions of data points, thousands of signals, but instead of overwhelming you, AI surface the key things that actually matter automatically. Fourth, recommendation engine, not just what happened, but what you should do next. Clear, actionable guidance. It's for today, not for today, 3 day after you will be taking the action. For today, it's a clear, actionable guidance. And fifth, on the co-pilot, Ria has now co-analyst working with with a 24 hours a day, never tired, never distracted, never missing a signal. So layer five, this required. Okay, this will be covering under this the AI intelligence layer. These are five capabilities, and after that we'll be talking about layer five. This is why we built the entire architecture. You build the intelligence, and alone intelligence cannot help your business, and you cannot grow, and you cannot take the competitive edge until unless your business will not take automated actions. So alert reaches to the business before they start for the day. Workflows trigger automatically for inventory shift. Escalation raises, action happen. The AI recommend decision, what to call, why it matters, and exactly what to say. Every morning, executive get one paragraph, what happened, why it happened, and what's being done. So, and most powerful of all, AI writes back to the CRM and ERP, closing the loop. And so business doesn't hand for problem anymore. It fixes them. The architecture does the findings. Okay. So here I have showed you all 5 layers together. And layer one, your data. Just want to summarize it. Layer one, you already have. It's already existing. Layer 2, your platform already exists. Layer 3, your semantic layer already exists. Layer 4, the new layer which we are going to build. Maybe semantic layer is not there in some of the organization. If they have source data, we can build the semantic layer as well. So new layer, that is intelligent layer. Okay, intelligence layer. We are going to build this, just this one. And then fifth one, business actions. The whole reason we are here. So 3 layers you already have. Once one layer you are adding, and that is the complete enterprise AI architecture, not a rip and not a replace. You don't build a AI company, you just add intelligence to the company you already built. So what with that, I think I have covered everything, but with that I will move on to the next slide where we will be talking about the real world AI use cases. First, I will take it from the manufacturing side. Okay, so let me give you it's use case from manufacturing AI Copilot. So let me give you very simple example from manufacturing. Imagine a factory floor. 3 production lines are running. Everything looks normal, but on line 3, a machine has a tiny problem starting to develop. A vibration pattern slightly off, and then temperature just a little higher than usual. Nothing dramatic yet, but in a few hours, that small issue will turn into full machine breakdown. So now let's look at how this plays out to two different points. So what of BI, traditional BI? The data is there, sensor are capturing all these data, dashboards are updating, but no one notices the pattern in time. So at the 9 a.m. operations review, someone opens up the dashboard and says, look like line 3 stopped around 7:45 a.m. What happened? Production is already delayed, the shift is disrupted, maintenance is now scrambling to fix the problem. In other words, the system told you what broke after it broke. It has already been broken. So now let's look at the word two. Same factory, same machine, same data, but this time there's an AI copilot watching the operation. At 6 a.m., before the shift even begins, the system flags something unusual. It notices a pattern in vibration data on line 3. It correlates that with the spike in defect rates from previous shift. Then it connects another dot. All those defective products came from one specific batch of raw material. Within seconds, the system sends an alert, potential failure risk detected on line 3, recommend preventive maintenance and review batch, suppose XYZ. So maintenance fixes the issue before the machine breaks. Production continues smoothly. Same factory, same machine, same data. But the outcome is completely different. One system tells you what went wrong. The other helps you stop it from going wrong in the first place. And that's the real transformation happening in AI. We are moving from monitoring machine to augmenting plant managers with intelligence. So that I will be moving to the next slide where I'll be explaining what kind of reports are there. So what we are showing here is what customer get on the top of their existing BI. We had specialized AI tools and agents that continuously monitoring production quality and machine behavior. These agents detect anomalies, explain root cause in simple language, and recommends the right action in real time. An action agent then triggered workflows directly into ERP, MES, and maintenance system, closing the loop automatically. So manufacturing doesn't just report issue anymore. It's self-correct. This is how plants start running on autopilot. Let me give you a real example from the automotive manufacturing industry companies like Toyota. So Toyota uses AI-driven quality and predictive system to detect defect before they happen, achieving around 35% defect reduction and significantly lowering scrap and rework cost. So their AI-powered quality platform have reduced root cause analysis time from hours to minute, and have shown potential from up to 50% reduction in warranty claims by catching issues earlier in the production cycle. So on the maintenance side, AI-based predictive maintenance has delivered up to 50% reduction in unplanned downtime and 25% lower maintenance cost, keeping assembly line running at peak efficiency. That's a real ROI. Higher overall equipment effectiveness, fewer defects, lower downtime achieved by adding AI intelligence layer on top of existing manufacturing system. That's how leaders like Toyota gain the edge: higher efficiency, lower defects, and factories that increasingly self-correct. Okay, and this is how industry leaders moved from visibility to autonomy without rebuilding their cores of core system. So a few more industry examples who shifted from BI to AI: Siemens, industrial, involved in industrial manufacturing; Unilever, which is from FMCG; and Pfizer from pharma manufacturing. So that is there. And with that, I just want to go through one more use case, so that it's from retail, so you'll get another aspect of industry example. So retail intelligence assistant, from BI to autonomous revenue growth. Let's start with a hard truth about retail analytics today. Most retailers already have dashboard. They know revenue by region, category performance, inventory level, margin, promotions, but knowing is not the same as acting. So traditional BI answer what happened. Modern retail demands answer to what should we do next right now. The gap is what this retail intelligence assistant fills. Traditional BI versus AI retail intelligence. Traditional BI reality on the left side. Uh, Let me okay. So on the left side, you see what most retail team operate with today. So regional sales dashboard, SKU level report, inventory snapshot, post campaign promotion analysis. This problem isn't visibility. So the problem is latency and effort. Teams manually compare reasons. Underperforming SKU are discovered late. Customer churn is detected after it happens. Promotion are evaluated only once money is already spent. So AI powered retail intelligence. Now look at what changes on the right side. AI assistant continuously analyzes SKU level performance, customer purchase frequency, margin erosion pattern, regional demand shift, and promotional uplift versus baseline. And instead of waiting for the humans to search, AI proactively detects, for example, a 12% revenue drop in premium SKU, top 50 customer reducing repeat purchase, overstock risk 3 weeks in advance, and suppose promotion underperforming in a specific region. This is not reporting. This is early warning and decision intelligence. Detection alone is not enough. The real ROI comes from recommendation and execution. uh, the real ROI comes from the recommendation and execution. So the assistant doesn't stop at insight. It recommends targeted retention campaigns, and then dynamic pricing adjustment, and then inventory redistribution across the region, mid-cycle promotion optimization, And when integrated properly, these action can be triggered directly into CRM and then pricing engines and supply chain system. So this is where BI shift from passive dashboard to active revenue control. I'll skip the revenue, another example, real industry example. I will move on to the next slide where I'll be explaining what stop companies from moving to AI. So, what's blocking adoption? So, I've spoken to many companies about AI and keeps hearing the same, and keep hearing the same excuses. And this is the core excuse, not problem, excuses. Excuse one, our data is not ready. Most CTOs said the same thing, wanted 18 months to clean the data first. Perfect data is perfection trap. You don't need perfect, you need to start. Excuse two, we want AI, but we don't know where to start. Easy. Start with one KPI, use case, one metric, one pain point. In case of just take an example of RIA. Why does West region underperform every quarter three? That's it. That's enough to start. So don't boil the ocean. Pick the one question your leadership asks every Monday morning and make AI answer it. That's your use case. That's your pilot. That's your ROI story. And excuse three, our team will be replaced. Take the RIA's case. RIA has terrified of this. We don't have AI talent. Our team is scared. Limited AI expertise. BI teams not trained. Fear, no fear that AI replaces in a list like RIA. AI augment teams. It doesn't replace them. RIA isn't replaced. She promoted. She goes. She'll be promoted. She goes from data hunter to decision maker. Our job gets better, not gone. Ria spent 3 hours every Monday finding answers. Now she spent 30 minutes acting on them. She didn't lose her job. She got 2.5 hours of her life back every single week. An excuse for it's too risky, privacy, hallucination, compliance, valid concern and real concern. But here's the thing, your competitors are not waiting for AI to be safe enough. They are building governance as they go. Waiting is not a safe strategy. Waiting just as a different kind of cost. You just don't see it on a dashboard. The biggest barrier to AI is not technology, it's mindset and clarity. With this, I'll move on to the next slide where I'll be, speaking about the GITL capability, driving enterprise data, and AI strategy through 6 roadmap and how to start. So let me move on to the next slide. So by now you have seen what AI can do in manufacturing, in retail, and beyond. So the natural question every client asks, where do we start? The good news is that doesn't require a big bang transformation. What you see here is just a diagram. This is how GITL helps enterprise move from traditional BI to true decision intelligence in a structured, scalable, and business fit first way. Most organizations today already have data platform, dashboard, and reports. The real challenge is not data availability; it's turning data into timely decision at scale, and that's exactly where this roadmap exists. Let me walk you through with the 6 steps roadmap. So step one is to identify a KPI-driven use case. We always start with one KPI. That is the I will recommend to the organization where if they have not started with AI, decision driven system, so they can start with only one KPI, no, which business truly cares about: conversion, like revenue, leakage, inventory risk, customer churn, or service level. Not 10 use cases at one time. One, take only one, because AI only succeed when it is anchored to measurable business impact. And step two is validating the semantic layer. This is critical and often skipped. Revenue must mean the same thing in ERP, CRM, and BI. Customer must be unified already. They have already unified it. Most of the organization have semantic layer. So at GITL, we ensure if this is not, GITL also help on building the semantic layer as well. So at the GITL, we ensure that business definitions are consistent. So AI understand the business context, not just the raw data. This is where trust begins. And step three is layering AI on top of the semantic layer. Once the foundation is solid, we introduce intelligence, predictive, generative, and optimization model. AI now starts AI now start answering not just what happened, but why it had happened, what at risk, and what should be done next. And step four, defining the success matrix. We don't measure AI by model accuracy alone. We measure reduction in time, revenue protected, suppose risk avoided, and operational efficiency gained in the manufacturing case. This keeps AI aligned with the leadership expectation and clear ROI. So step five is pilot, prove, and scale, where we prove value quickly with a focused pilot, then scale the same pattern across the multiple KPIs. This is how intelligence become repeatable and non-one-time experiment. And finally, the step six is governance and adoption, because a lot of business are hesitating because of this. Because enterprise AI must be safe, explainable, and auditable, and adopted by business users, not logged inside data teams. This is the GITL difference. We don't jump to tools; we build capability. Now we briefly talk about the technology stack that enables this. On the left side, you see data foundation. So data foundation being built by using Azure Databricks, Azure Data Lake, Lakehouse platform. We don't replace what client already have. We built on top of it. Above that is a semantic and knowledge layer, ensuring consistent business meaning across the analytical and AI. On the right side, we have the AI stack. So where we have retrieval and grounding. So using enterprise search like RAG, so AI can answer accurately and it will be trusted. And model layer where we'll be building the models using LLM and predictive models and all. So this is not a fragmented architecture; it's integrated, governed, and enterprise ready. So when client work with GITL, they are not just getting dashboard, they are not just getting models, they are getting a clear path from BI to AI to action. Start with one KPI, prove value, scale intelligence. That's how leaders win, and that's how GITL helps enterprise lead in the AI era. So with that, today you saw that AI is not another tool; it's just another dashboard. It's not another dashboard. And it's definitely not about replacing people. AI is new intelligence layer, one that sits on top of you what you already have and turns the data into decision and decision into action. We started with traditional BI visibility without velocity, then we added intelligence, copilot agent, and recommendation. Then we showed how leaders in manufacturing and retail are already using this to reduce downtime, improve margins, and respond faster than competitors. And finally, we showed how to start with one KPI, one use case, and clear roadmap to scale. And I want to say this very clearly: this journey does not require ripping apart your ERP, rebuilding your data platform, or betting the company on a moonshot AI program. You don't build AI company, you add intelligence to the company you already built. The winners in the next phase will not be companies with the most dashboard or biggest data lakes. They will be the one with AI augmented people, decision intelligence built into workflows, and architecture that act, not just observe. So with that, I will conclude my presentation. That thank you for your time and attention. We are at the end of the scheduled slot, so we'll now open a floor for uh, Q&A. and take a few questions if time permits. For any question we are unable to address today due to time constraint, we'll be happy to follow offline. Okay, Partha, I got your question. Okay, so for as you have mentioned that AI integration module, how can AI driven real time detection system introduce, right? So this is a great question, and this is how we introduce AI, not what model we use. The right approach is to start to treat AI as a decision support layer, not another operational system. The way to introduce AI driven real time anomaly detection without adding risk or complexities to separate detection, reasoning and action. First, real-time data from shop floor or store is ingested through streaming pipelines and converted into clean and standardized signals. This ensures the AI works on the consistent and governed data rather than raw noise. And next, anomaly detection. The model runs continuously to detect deviation and normal patterns. So whether related to safety, equipment health, or process quality, these models don't act directly. They generate signals with context and confidence scores. So on top of that, sits the AI reasoning layer, which explain what changed, correlates signals across the system, and I've already mentioned in one of the real life example. So and priorities anomalies based on the operational and business impact. So finally, actions are handled through control workflows, alert, recommendation, and automated state. So with human approval for high risk scenarios and automation only where it's safe and repeatable. This architecture improves safety, uptime, quality while keeping AI decoupled and then explainable and governed. So operation remains stable and not disrupted. So yes, it works in the real time, and because AI never acts without a context, rules, and governance. I think we can take if anyone have any more question, we can take it offline, and we can already we have overshooted with the time, so we can take rest of the question offline and we can give the answer. Yeah, I'll give the answer of this question offline. Okay, you can put it here. I'll take all the question offline. Okay, as we have already overshooted the time. Yeah, thank you everyone.